down of the new Gen 6 Glocks. We got the 19 here in this hand, and then here we got the 17. It's a little dirty. I just finished shooting the crap out of them, and that was really fun. So, what you might be thinking, what's the big deal? What's the difference? Is it worth the upgrade? And really, what are you paying for? Because there is quite a bit of a markup. I believe MSRP is $740 for these, if I'm not mistaken. I get them blue label, so it's a little bit cheaper. I think it was $510 or $520 each. I do not get free guns. I paid for these out of my own pocket, as well as accessories, everything. Please sponsor me. Okay. So let's see. First things first, let's clear them. Alright. Wow, that sounded really weird. Kind of squeaky, choppy. Sure. Could be the barrel. I literally put on the cheapest threaded barrel I could find to test out performance, and I mean it's good. Surprisingly, it's accurate. I mean, I haven't had no issues with it. The thread protector's nice. It seats the suppressor nice. I mean, this pistol is very, very gassy suppressed. I don't know if it's this platform in general, if it's the threaded barrel, or if it's the actual suppressor. It could be any of them, or the ammo as well. But I have the rugged Obsidian 9. I run in the full configuration, and I mean it's a blast to shoot. But literally, like I was shooting it, and I felt like I was getting like peppered in the face by gas. I mean, I had iPro, right? But still, like it was weird. I had to shoot it seldomly. But yeah, this is it. I pretty much run most Glocks like this. I put the X300, some kind of red dot from a reputable brand. This one is a EOTech. And I also got the Terran Tactical upgrades on this one. For me, it's just personal preference. I think it's dope. Love the color. TTI. And honestly, it helps my purchase on this firearm get really good and tight. Like it pushes my hand in where it needs to be. I got this white wolf thing I picked up. It's kind of cool. Seems a little like repetitive, because the Glock 9 has the built-in gas pedal right here. I kind of use that more than this. Probably gonna take that off. It's kind of redundant. But yeah. So base upgrades. Obviously, it's gonna be this grip pattern. It's kind of square, geometric. It's a little bit more aggressive than Gen 5. Not that much aggressive to where it like abrades your hand, but I mean it feels great. As well as these palm swells here. I don't know if you can see them on camera, but there's some palm swells going on, and it just lets you like really get up on that. I love it. Like, get on my hands on there. It contours very well. I'm not sure if they changed this like undercut here. I want to say yeah, like my finger feels like it can get up higher, but it's not that noticeable. As well as this beaver tail on the back, that's kind of a neat feature I've found so far carrying them, that like when I'm sitting down wearing an IWE holster, it kind of digs into me. So like I'm sitting like this, and the beaver tail's like poking me kind of in my stomach. And I'm not a big dude, but I can see how maybe others would find that super uncomfortable. This flat trigger. I don't know. It takes some getting used to. It's definitely different than the old Glock stock triggers. I mean, it's not different enough to say like it's not a Glock trigger. Like at the end of the day, it is. You got some travel, creep, and then it's finally gonna break. Break. Reset. It's kind of a trigger's like by no means like a great, amazing trigger. You know, I shoot. You guys are gonna hate me for this, but P320s, I think the trigger's fantastic. It's a little spongy, but the trigger's good. You know, maybe so good it shoots by itself, but I mean, I've shot staccatos. What else we got? HKs are, those things are money. And as well as I've been carrying lately. What is it called? It is a Walter. Sorry, I just brain farted. The Walter PDP. That trigger is nuts for like a box, $500, $600 gun trigger. That thing is money on the watch. I love it. I will promote them all day. You know, I mean, personal preference, right? It just feels right in my hand. My hands aren't that big. I mean, they're not tiny, but they're not huge as well. And the Walter just fits great. So I have been enjoying that. I haven't been carrying it as much because I've been trying to test these out. But I'll definitely probably go back to carrying it. I change it up like every 2-3 days. I'll carry something different. I got like 7 or 8 different pistols in my rotation, all built sort of like this. You know, the lights are red dots. No turret barrels on any other ones, but it's pretty similar to this. All my pistols are decked out like this. Let me see. Let's take a look at this side. So, internally, one of the most notable differences you will see is this new, I believe they call it a one piece. Like it's not 2 springs, how the other one is. It's not just one piece. And let me take it out of here. Oh my god, it's filthy. But yeah, this recoil spring is, feels good. It reminds me of like maybe like a 1911, 2011. Obviously, this one's captured, so it's not gonna fling away like a 1911 one does, but similar in design, where it's just a spring around the bar, and this little end piece stops it. Yeah, that thing's dirty. I shot both of them. This one's suppressed, so this one's probably dirtier. You can believe that. But yeah, this is one of the most notable changes on a barrel. Honestly, the barrel is still the Glock Marksman barrel. Oh my gosh, I love it. But it doesn't shoot crazy different. One thing I do notice is my grip is different on these Gen 6s. Like it's more true to aim. I guess I could say like, sorry, clean my hand real quick. It's more true to aim in the sense of like, in Gen 5s, like when I aim, especially with a red dot, you kind of gotta point it down a bit to account, you know, proper grip, proper form, and alignment. But with these, it's just like true. Like as soon as you aim, the dot is exactly where I want to aim it. I think that's due to the grip angle adjustment. I feel like they did change it so it sits a little differently in the hand, and then when you present it, it's right there. So that was a real wow for me. It's kind of niche. Like, you know, I tell people about it, and they're like, "Yeah, you're a nerd. I didn't notice that." But I mean, I think it's fantastic. You know, just man, you gotta think less when you're aiming with a red dot, or in general. Sights still. Box sides, you know. Some night sights would have been nice, maybe some metal ones, but maybe they're just asking for too much. Come on, Glock. Let's see. I haven't seen it myself, but that this is a fire control unit and it can come out. I don't know how to do it. I'm sure you probably just take out this pin and pull it out, but that is pretty neat. I'll figure out how to do it one of these days. Just not right now. But I mean, if that's the case, that means you'll be able to take this whole mechanism out, put it in a new frame, put whatever barrel and slide you want, and it'll be ready to rock. gonna say, if that's the case, that means this is the serialized item, but it looks like everything has a serial on here. Like we got one here, we got the actual slide. I'm sure there's one on this ICU somewhere in there, probably inside. But yeah, that's weird. Alright, let's go see if we're good. Let's see. Yeah, that spring definitely feels stronger than the other one. End plates, definitely different. They, I mean, just off rip, I can tell right here. On the old gens, it was like a perfect kind of like, I guess, I don't know how you call it, like a perfect line. But you can see kind of an indentation where it goes out and in on both sides. So it's more like it looks like a train passage, I guess, with the sides open where the people can walk the channels. But yeah, that's definitely different. I am sure that the custom end plates from the old gens will not work on this. Yeah, definitely not. Which is a bummer because I have maybe like 4 of them. I got one with I think it's St. Michael on the back. That one's pretty nice. I have that one on the 49. Love that. I have a Mexican flag one. I have a Reaper one. They're cool. They're on Amazon. It's kind of unique, I suppose, about these is, for one, the angle, and I personally feel like the impulse, like actual recoil impulse, is a bit different. Like in the video, you're gonna see me shooting it, like it returns a zero or returns the target very fast. And I noticed it more, obviously with both of them, but I noticed it more on the 17 because there's a clip in there where I was just banging it, just bam, 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 bam. And I crap you not, like, so that this RCR, I could still see the entire target. I'm shooting it, and it would just like, the red dot would jump. Not even like half it, maybe like 3/4 of an inch. It would jump up and then down, up and down, up and down. But I'm literally watching the red dot bounce on the target as I'm shooting it as fast as I can. I have only achieved such a thing, that phenomenon with a staccato with a comp, because that's what they're designed for. Maybe, I don't know, a comp P220, I've done that as well, because again, they're designed for that. Like comp really flattens out that gun exactly where it needs to be. It just stays true. I love the P220. And I mean, I've never achieved it with a Glock. So that's kind of, that was new. I was like, oh, I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's the grip angle, but that really impressed me this go around with these blocks. Another thing too, you're gonna notice in the hand, obviously the grip is played different, but this is called mag catch, mag release. They rounded it off right here. They rounded it off the front, so it's not as like, how should I say, it's not as like squared. So on this side you can see it's squared, but on this side it's not like round up and how it follows. So that's really nice. I noticed that on my reloads, and it was just like, wow, that's buttery. I was like, bam, bam. So that is a nice little plus. I've never heard of anyone upgrading that. I've never personally done that on the old gens. I'm sure it's a thing, right? Because you can upgrade anything on these Glocks, but it was nice. It's a pleasant surprise. One thing I do wish they added from factory is this the slide release. It's the same one. It's not special. It's kind of different. But I feel like if you push it, it makes it hard to actually get to push it back on this side, and it'll free it up a bit to go. But I I just wish it was the extended one. I know they make it. It came on the 34s, and it's just like, it literally looks like this, but it has like a little, kind of like a little mountain coming off of this edge. And it just, for my hand, it's perfect. I've seen a few, you know, aftermarket ones. Let's see, which one would that be? Primatia, I hope I'm saying that right, is one of them. And it like extends up, back, and it's also extended like that. It looks sick. I want one. But I just, from what I've seen, it scratches the slide as well. Which, you know, for the most part, I don't really care. But I mean, these guns are brand new, and I don't want to speed run making them look like they're 2-3 years old, 2-3 range strips, because that's exactly what it'll do. I mean, I've put anywhere from, I've probably put like 800 to 1,000 rounds through these to date. And I mean, I was lucky enough to get them a little early. You know, I think they come out, when do they come out? 22nd, 21st. You know, some dealers already got them, they're letting them go. But I kind of stumbled upon these. I was, you know, going to my local gun store, and they were like, hey, we got them. I was like, no way. I didn't believe them. And sure enough, they showed me on the side, it was in stock, and I was like, alright, I will take one. So the first one I purchased was this 17, and I shot it the same day. I literally checked out, bought it, ran to, what is it called, Bass Pro, I bought some ammo, and I shot it, and I was like, wow, I gotta try the other one. So next day, I go back, and I bought the 19. They're fantastic. I haven't had any issues with them. Literally, like, the entire time I've shot them, they haven't jammed once. And I've been running a variety of ammo. For the most part, I've been running, herders. I've been running herders, as well as Winchester Light Box. I'm not really a fan of Winchester Light Box. I mean, I guess it gets the job done. I tend to buy whatever's on sale. So I walk in the store, sell on ministry, get a rollback, whatever. As long as it's brass ball, I don't really care. Just run it. So as long as they let me in the range with it. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm still not over the sound. That's so sweet. It can also be metal on metal because the barrel's not broken in. But I read that, I mean, there shouldn't be any fitment issues with these Glocks, with the Gen 5 barrels. I mean, it ran perfectly, so I'm guessing there's not, but maybe there's just like a small point of contact in it. That's alright, I'll just butter it up here when I get off cam. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the rundown. So, I'll give you another peep at the trigger. It's pretty noticeable. Like, the trigger's not amazing. And as for like a difference from the models, I don't know, I think it's in my head, but the 19 ones will work this way. It's probably in my head, but I'm gonna just say they're the same. I don't have the tool to, you know, physically actually compare them with the little trigger tool where we pull it. But man, these are awesome. One thing, it is pretty convenient when you buy one. You know, there is no more MOS plates where you gotta buy them aftermarket. They do have plates, but it's like a little plastic plate. It's a little polymer plate that it literally sits in and fills it, and then you just screw it directly. You just directly thread the optics into it. It's more so like a platform so the optic can sit flush and comfortably instead of like an actual plate where you need this to mount it. I have seen Glock stores already released a plate that takes up this gap right here in the back. I personally don't mind it. I mean, I haven't really paid much attention to it, but I mean, it does look cool. Maybe I'll pick one up later if it's not outrageously priced. You know, some of these plates can get expensive. Like some of the old MLS plates are like 100 plus bucks, like 120, 150 bucks, and just because it was like a different color, had a pattern on it, which, you know, by all means are cool, but for me personally, I don't need something like that. The gap is here, it's a little bit more noticeable here, and you can actually see like the little polymer plate under it. Sorry, I'm not sure you can see it. See right there. I got this RCR for this build, and honestly, I'm impressed. I wasn't there, but the day they released, it was the RCR, the RMR HD, and it was like it's probably like a rifle optic that can change the reticles, whatever. I don't care about that. I like pistol guns, and I guess waited a bit to see if there was anything wrong with them. I couldn't really find anything online bad against them, but I am gonna say that the mounting pattern is a little weird. You know, it's a screw and you put like a little Allen key and you turn it, and then there's like they give you a little card that where you have to, once it's tight, you turn it to where it stops at like the fourth tooth. It's a little weird, I will agree, but I mean, I Loctited it, it hasn't moved. You know, I marked it, and I don't know. I'll probably get another one. Not anytime soon, because they're like $700 and some change, depending on where you get them from. That's kind of insane for a red dot. But I mean, the glass is clear. It has a little blue tint to it. The dot is crisp, and it's enclosed. So you know, I mean, that's all you can ask for. I have had an Acro P2. And I'm not a fan simply because I don't know if I had a bad batch or a faulty product, but I had one and I would shoot it, and then one day there was like a piece of, I want to say like dust or like some particle, like something black linear on the bottom right quadrant, probably like fourth quadrant of the dot, and I'm sure it didn't mess with performance, it didn't, you know, obstruct my view in any way, but I have like a very minute sense of OCD with things like that, and it just drove me nuts. So I traded it away. I think I literally traded it to an acquaintance I have, and he gave me an SRO, and I gave him the Acro just outright, like, you know, 1 for 1. Cool, haven't looked back. Maybe I'll try one again later, but it's not too high on my list of priorities. Let's see. Mag are the same. Orange followers, 17 rounds. That's this one, and obviously the 19 you get 15 rounds. No complaints thus far. I'm looking forward to seeing what models they drop for like the bigger bore calibers, such as, you know, 45, 10 mil. I don't even think they could drop anything besides that. I mean, I think they stopped making like the 45 GAP. I don't see them making 357. What is it? 357 SIG. That'd be awesome, but I just don't see it happening. But I will be buying a 45 one as well as a 10mm one once they drop. Definitely a fan, and we're gonna see. I'm sure it's gonna feel great with this texture and palm swells, because the old gens, like the Gen 4s, Gen 5s, if you've ever handled one, you know that they are like chunky, like they're chunk, because they're considered big frame Glocks, and I wonder how they're gonna, you know, improve it. Definitely looking forward to that. I will be getting one. all Gen 6 Glocks are now optics ready, so I don't have to worry about buying one that's MOS versus one that's not MOS. I always buy MOS anyways, but you know, I'd rather have the option and not need it than want it and not have the option. I have to buy it again, so you know, that's a whole shebang. But yeah, these things are fun. If you get the chance, definitely pick one up. If you already have Gen 5 Glocks, I don't think it's like, hey, drop everything you're doing, run to the store, get one out. You know what I mean? Some of the differences are very minute. To me, the biggest one is going to be grip angle, obviously, when you present it. The texturing, the swelling, but you can achieve that with like, what is it called? You send it off and someone will drum it for you, or just stipple it. You can achieve it with stippling. So I don't think it's something that you need to obtain immediately.